violence is not exciting, no question. Being a black man is demanding. The fire's in my eyes and the flames need fanning. The fire's in my eyes and the flames need fanning. The fire's in my eyes and the flames need fanning. With that word, self-determination.
What's up, YouTube? Knowledge is self-determination. So quickly, I wanted to cover a couple of topics, but I wanted to make this video not really long. So I'm gonna just get right into it. Today, I want to talk about how I do not deal in absolutes at all, and this is why. I do not deal in absolutes because any person who makes up their mind about a topic or a subject before they have all the information available about it is a fool. You understand? A fool. A person who acts unwisely. Remember, words have different usages. Words have different usages. They can be used for a lot of different things. What you find in dictionaries are usually the most common usages of the words. So right now, the way I'm using this word is a person who acts unwisely, like making up your mind about situations before you have all the information available, like voting Democrat or Republican and or claiming such before you actually know which person is actually going to stimulate you intellectually. You know, people don't even pay attention to the independent candidates because they're so busy voting for their team. And we stay locked in this perpetual state of rooting for the home team. You know, everything is equated to a sporting event. You know, Democrat is your home team, Republican is your home team. You know what I'm saying? Christianity is your home team. Islam is your home team. Everybody's so sure. Everybody's dealing in so many absolutes about so many things that you can't possibly be certain of. It's foolish behavior to me. You know, like this woman here, Amber Phillips, it says her name is. But yeah, here's the video right here on Everybody's Show. I'll put the link to this video in the description. I haven't finished it, as you can see, but I'll put the link to it in the description box. She was actually interviewed, as you can see, News One. She's being interviewed by Roland Martin, and she said some pretty divisive things. One of those things being all men participate in rape culture, which I think is an absolutely foolish thing to say, because again, that is an absolute statement to say that all men deal or participate in rape culture. Really? You can't possibly have any data that shows that. Then she attacks black men by saying that what the number 2 leading cause for death of black women is domestic violence, which is bullshit. Phil put her ass on blast and looked it up in real time. The CDC says that the number 1 cause or the number 2 cause of death for black women in the United States is cancer, not domestic violence. Black women aren't being raped at the same, black men aren't committing rapes at the same rate that other nationalities of men are. I'm not going to say the nationality, you guys should know, because the video isn't about that anyway. Understand? So she made a lot of false claims that she had faulty information about attacking black men with her feminist ideals, which again is another issue that I wanted to cover real quick. Feminism isn't for black women. Black women have never had an issue with being oppressed by the black man. That's not how our communities were set up in the beginning. You understand? That's not how they were at all. You know, black men didn't have any power. We didn't have anything, you know what I'm saying, to keep our women from. So we didn't have the same issues as white men who kept their women out of everything and treated them like second-class citizens. White women were angry that black people got the right to vote and were placed above them, socially at least. And they were upset about that. You know, they thought they were better than black men and we should be below them on the totem pole. You know, but to claim to be a black feminist and then not defend, women like Sandra Bland who were murdered, in that prison that Sheriff David Clark ran. I forget what state it is. Pardon me, it's late. Or what about Charlene Lyles, the pregnant woman who was shot to death by 2 cops? What the fuck would a black feminist when that shit happened? They seem to only come out of the woodworks when they want to attack black men, not actually standing up for black women. But in any event, it's all bullshit. The rape culture thing. Harassing women is not right. Raping a woman is not right. It's not right at all. But if you are a scantily clad woman who's walking around, whatever city the fucking All-Star game is going to be in, it's going to be in LA this coming All-Star game, trying to land a fucking NBA player so you can trick him into getting you pregnant so you can get money out of his ass. However you get treated in the midst of all these dealings, you bought that shit on yourself. You can't walk around and be a slut and then tell somebody that they're slut shaming you. It doesn't work. You understand what I'm saying? You don't get to rape kids and then when people call you out on it and try to bash your head in, claim that they're discriminating against you because you're homosexual. Are you fucking kidding me? You don't get to be defended. How do you come up with a defense for some shit you bring onto yourself? You know what I'm saying? For instance, if you don't want to be treated like a fucking prostitute, you probably shouldn't wear the uniform. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to walk around in a fireman's uniform and have people think that I can actually help save their lives. I'm not going to do that. It's wrong. However, there is in our society, I'm sorry, I'm doing the wrong thing here. There is in our society women who are, being mistreated by men. Tavis Smiley has been accused. Now, it's happening. It's happening everywhere, and it's wrong. Women should not have to be subjected to being mistreated, sexually harassed, forced into sexually compromising positions because some man feels as though he has some power over them. It's wrong. You understand? I 100% agree that it's wrong and it shouldn't happen. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Whether I had daughters or not, it's wrong to do that kind of stuff. Excuse me. So those are the topics that I wanted to cover. I just wanted to speak out against, the things that I feel that are wrong. Like people dealing in absolutes. Black feminists like that female here on this video with the Advice Show. Dealing completely in absolutes, saying unfounded, unwarranted things. Sensationalizing shit. And more than likely just to get media attention. Rape is wrong. Sexual harassment is wrong. But if you are a person who are using these things in order to get a leg up on somebody or manipulate their life or destroy their life, you're a piece of shit. And ladies, listen, be careful and be mindful of how you dress. Because remember, you guys aren't, what's the kid from the movie Click, Adam Sandler. You don't have your own personal life remote control where you can pause every dude on the planet and only have the dude that you want to see you notice you. You can't do that. Life doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? You can't blind every man on the planet. You know what I'm saying? To have them not be able to look at you because you dressed in that very provocative way because you wanted this one individual guy to take notice of you. It doesn't work that way. Every guy that sees you, that likes what they see, are going to look and or possibly say something. That's the world we live in. That's the world we live in. That's what men do. Unfortunately, that's what men do. And there are a lot of women out here who feed into that because they like that attention. Some of you don't like the attention, but there are a lot of women that do. You understand what I'm saying? So men do that shit because it has been accepted by women our entire lives. I'm not making excuses for men to act like fucking pigs. I'm just explaining to you guys that it happens. You know what I'm saying? Most guys, you know what I'm saying, have dealt with women coming on to them heavily. I've dealt with that before, to the point to where as though if the roles were reversed, it would be considered sexual harassment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens. Women walk up to you, grab your dick, you know what I'm saying, squeeze your ass, come up on you, rubbing on your arms, you know what I'm saying, trying to feel how tight you are, rubbing on your chest. I've experienced that shit. It happens. You know what I'm saying? Come sit on your lap, all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? Or straight corner you one day at work and straight tell you, I'm trying to, get busy. It happens. So men, a lot of us act that way towards women because these have been our experiences with women. You understand what I'm saying? These have been our experiences. And again, dealing with absolutes. No, men shouldn't think that all women are going to be open or suggestive to those types of actions. And that's the flaw in men. But how else do we know if you like the attention that we're giving if you don't let us know, or we don't put it out there and give you the opportunity to reject us? We don't know it because women aren't necessarily the most forthcoming with those sorts of things. Anyway, that's not the real nature of the video. Dealing in absolutes is. And again, dealing in absolutes is foolish. Acting without all the information available and making absolute statements about things that you're wrong about, or you're not, or you're improperly informed about, makes you a foolish person. Don't get caught out there saying foolish, goofy shit because you think it's going to get you some attention. It's not. Rape is wrong. Sexually harassing people is wrong. Male or female, it's wrong. It shouldn't happen. That's my stance on it. Nobody should get attention that they don't want. If a female tells you, hey, I don't like that, back off, just back the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Just back the fuck off. And in an ideal world, no matter how a woman dressed, it should not warrant her being physically assaulted and raped. It shouldn't. Guys are wrong for that shit too. If you gotta take it, you're a piece of shit in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? If you're the type of dude that's taking it, nah, you want some other shit, man. You're a sucker for that. You're a sucker for that. But if you in a club throwing it up, you know what I'm saying, with a skirt on, with some thongs on, and I grab your ass because it's all over me and you get mad, you kind of bought that one on yourself. I'm sorry. That doesn't mean that I'm going to keep trying to grab at you, but what the fuck else was going to happen? Anyway, I don't deal in absolutes with anything because it's a foolish position to have, thinking that you are the the holder of all the knowledge available on earth. It's foolish to think that you know anything absolutely. Nothing is absolute. Nothing is absolute. And that's all I have, man. That's all I have. That's all I wanted to talk about, man. That's all I wanted to get off my chest,